Hello, everyone. Hope you're staying indoors to the best of your ability in these really odd times. Hopefully for all, I may have this game here for you that you might be able to be interested in, and hopefully we'll keep you entertained these next couple of weeks or so. TT Isle of Man Ride on the Edge 2 came out March 19th, so basically fairly recently. And I've been giving it a go for a bit in between working my own jobs as well. Surprisingly, I'm not stuck at home, but I digress. The best way I can give you an honest description of how this game is in a very, very short summary, that looked like painful, is that it's kind of like if Forza was a racing game with super bikes. And I don't mean to insult the developers of this game. I'm sure they've done a quite great job in making a simulation-based game involving motorcycles. But at its core, that's what it feels like to me as someone who isn't really too much into racing games. I'm more of an arcade racer myself. And one thing I definitely gotta say that is what makes this game, I almost would say, better in comparison to most simulator games out there, is there's a lot more, I guess, physics to consider when operating a superbike in this game versus actually operating a vehicle. And what I mean basically is, and you might have noticed that just now, when I went to respawn there, I accidentally revved a little too hard and ended up wiping out as soon as I got back from wiping out. Not to mention you have to consider, like Forza, all of your various turns and how far you want to put yourself. Not to mention, this game is a little bit more punishing to you if you, say, drive in the grass like that. Although, that was a bad example because I reset myself immediately. But that's what this game is. This game is a bit of a higher learning curve kind of racing game, where you have to consider the actual fact that you are on 2 wheels versus 4. So,
congratulations
on a normal
first perk.
For a normal new player that's new to like simulation racing games, this may throw you off a lot because you might not find yourself too good at it, and that might be a bit of a discouragement. But for, I guess, veterans of simulation racing games, people that are regulars in like Gran Turismo and Forza, as I've said before, you might actually find yourself to be a little bit at home with this, enough to like give you that next level up for a challenge.
We're offering you a 1-year contract.
It's very, very punishing
Joining a team, you will
in a lot of ways.
You will each
I mean, if you fail to brake on time, probably gonna hit the fence. Go too slow around a corner, you're on 2 wheels, you'll probably fall over. Well, like I even showed you, you can even wipe out just by hitting the accelerator too hard. It's a very interesting experience, though. Don't let the high learning curve discourage you. I still would recommend this game for both new and seasoned players because, you know, it's honestly it's fun and it's goofy for a simulator where everything's supposed to be realistic, and it is realistic. It's just I just find it funny how often I keep messing up and I accidentally fail a turn, and I look and see how badly I hit it, and I just wince at the thought of me slamming into a fence in real life.
These ones will generally provide more.
And honestly, I can see the potential on this being fun with friends as well. So if you get a bunch of friends playing this, you'll have a blast, I can guarantee it. As for the achievements, they'll take you a bit of time to get all of them, but a lot of them seem very straightforward. In just the first half hour of me playing this, I managed to get 3 achievements, one of which, shamefully, was falling off the bike 50 times. I did that in like about 20 minutes to half an hour of me playing this, so be prepared to fall a lot. But, I mean, overall, this high difficulty curve can allow some people that are kind of veterans to this game, or games like these, they might feel a little bit more at home with it. And, you know, it's just, honestly, you look at this. I mean, come on. Who doesn't want to ride a nice little crotch rocket through at high speeds and then occasionally hit stuff like that really painfully? The only real complaint I actually have about this game, though, is basically the AI difficulty is pretty relentless, and that's my only major hurdle. Because I mean, the learning curve is high enough. Because if you don't know what you're doing with this game, it's gonna be a bit of a pain. So even on the easiest difficulties, and I'm playing this on easy the entire time, the AI will definitely make you really want to work for it, regardless of what difficulty you're playing on. But if you can get over that learning curve, you can get over the AI difficulty, really it's only just learning how to drive good, and then that'll be fine. All things considered, I think this is a wonderful, fun game to play. I highly recommend you play this with friends, if you're not trying to go for the career. Because honestly, you'll get a blast out of this playing this with friends. And then at the end of the day, I want to give this an 8 out of 10, because it's honestly a blast.